welcome to Properties of Matter. You have spent the past few days learning about different types of matter that exists, and we're going to take an up-close look at pennies. We're going to look at pennies. Usually, pennies are something that you're familiar with, you see every day. If you sweep it up, it's easier to throw it away than it is to find your wallet and put it in your wallet. So we're going to just take a closer look at what a penny is. And we're going to talk about the properties of matter, starting with the color. What would you say the color is?
Copper.
That's right. Would you write it down for us, please? And you at home can play along.
Yeah.
C-O-P-P-E-R.
Oh, yeah.
The next thing we're going to talk about is texture. Texture is something that we talk about if things are rough, if things are smooth. I want to show you just a quick couple of pictures about texture. Here we have something that is sticky, something that is a little bit more, what would you say an elephant is?
We have
A little rougher.
Yeah.
What's this feel like, do you think?
Spiky.
A little spiky.
So,
A little spiky. Then we have something shiny. What do you think the texture of bread is?
rusty or dry?
Dry, a little crusty. What do you think the edge of that's going to feel like?
Yeah. Smooth or
Smooth?
bumpy with smoothness on it.
Oh yeah, the can is pretty smooth. What do you think if you rub your finger along right there where it's cut?
You're probably gonna hurt yourself.
You might hurt yourself.
Or like could cut.
Yeah, different textures on that. All sorts of different textures in this book. So what texture would you say the penny is if you feel it?
Bumpy.
Bumpy? Great, let's write it down. Because you can feel the bumps. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next we're using our ruler to figure out the size, and then we'll get the diameter. So let's do the diameter of the penny. Will you measure it for us?
Yes.
And what unit do we always use in science?
Centimeters.
Centimeters, perfect.
No. It is 2 centimeters.
All right, 2 centimeters. And what shape is this penny?
It's a circle.
Perfect. Can you magnetize it? What do you think?
No.
No. That's correct.
Oh, where'd it go?
No, yeah. Not doing it. So, that's fine. So, we should write no. Not a metal that you can magnetize. Next, let's figure out if we can make an electric circuit. We're going to see if we can light up this light with the penny. Will you do the honors?
How do you do that?
Oh, you press the... Yes, perfect. Did it light up?
Yes.
All right, so can copper conduct electricity?
Yes.
Yes. Now, density is something you learned about in your last class. And what we're going to talk about, see right now is this penny denser than water? Will it sink in the water? Is it more dense than water? What do you think?
I think it will sink.
More dense. More dense. So is it denser than water? Yes. And finally, we're going to see if we can melt a penny. Now, what's interesting about pennies is some of them, all of them have the year on them. You can see what year they were made if you look pretty closely. It's kind of like time travel. And if you have a whole bunch of pennies in your hand, sometimes you can pick out ones that just look slightly different. This one is slightly a different color than all the rest of them. And so this one was made in 1968. And pennies made before, I believe it's 1982, have a higher copper content than pennies made afterwards. So if you hold on to that just for a minute,
Whoops.
I'm going to light this on fire, and we'll see what that different copper content means, if it'll melt or not. So let me hold it, actually. This is very safe.
This is very
Very safe. So, Can you see it okay? This is where you talk amongst yourselves and skip ahead in the video to see what happens.
Looks a different color.
Is it changing colors?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it melting though?
No. No, not at all. It looks like it is, but it's not.
Whose face is on that? You can see it a lot better now, those bumps you were talking about, Hannah.
Yeah.
Do you know whose face that is? It's upside down.
It's, who is it? I can't. Something like, not Lincoln.
It is Abraham Lincoln.
I was thinking of John
Good job.
Lincoln, but no, it's not John Lincoln.
At the back of the penny.
Whoa. It's actually.
All right, what do you see what's happening now?
It's turning orange.
This is turning red hot.
Yeah, red hot.
It is red hot. And that's what pennies do when they get just so very hot. But it's not going to melt.
Is it because it's metal?
It's because it's metal and because it doesn't have a lot of copper. But now if we take a newer penny, this one's from 2003.
You're doing the 2017. I wonder what that would do.
Well, so all pennies after have much less copper in them. And so what this penny does,
Mom, do
we're going to see if it's different.
On the other side of
Oh, what's this penny doing?
Oh my gosh, it's melting.
Yeah.
It melts. It melts. You should see. It melted.
So this is one way to test that it's pennies after 1982 have different metal, and that's one way you can tell if they melt.
Then look at this.
So for our chart, do they melt? It depends on what year they were born, what year they were made. Born in their factory. Yes and no. Why don't you say later ones do? Because I'm not actually 100% sure about the 1982 date. Just what's in my head. Perfect. We can just say later ones.
No.
Later ones melt. Hooray! All right, well, let's say thank you to all your third graders watching.
Thank you.
And we'll do some more science labs later.